Hey everyone, this is Gus, your friendly neighborhood Salesforce admin. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about how to automate a checkbox and date field pair. So the benefits of setting up this type of automation is to improve reporting, make it easier for your reps to get through the tasks they have to complete in any given day just by decreasing the number of fields they have to update manually, and really just to sort of simplify the process of making sure everything in your CRM looks as good as it possibly can in terms of data integrity. Not a whole lot of an intro preamble here, but let's get in and see how we build it. All right, so now we're going to talk about using Salesforce automation to automatically populate a date field when a checkbox is checked. There are a lot of different ways to structure this type of automation, different automation tools that you can use. Process Builder is easily the most powerful one in Salesforce's sort of repertoire. But for this, I'm going to actually use a workflow rule and field update. Reason being that process builders, while powerful, also take some more legwork to set up, since the idea is to string multiple different processes together. Whereas a workflow rule is just sort of a one-shot, this is what happens, and then we're done kind of update. So with that in mind, we're going to go ahead and open up Setup in Salesforce. Let this load for a minute. And then we're going to look for workflow rules in the quick find bar at the top. Okay, workflow rules. And once it loads, we're going to go ahead and click on new rule. So I've already created the fields that I'm using here. So I put them on the lead object. So we're going to grab our lead. And I'm going to call this rule first call scheduled. So that was the name of one of the checkbox field that I created. You can populate a description as you wish. And then we're going to leave it to created at any time it's edited to subsequently meet criteria. That's going to ensure that it only fires the one time. And the criteria that we're looking for here is going to be the box that we created, so the first call scheduled checkbox field. Once that equals true, then it'll fire this workflow rule. Now you can add additional conditions, of course. So if there are other criteria that you want to have before this particular date is populated, so maybe it's a specific status value or something like that accompanies this particular field, that's great. But once you have those conditions set, then you'll just hit save and next. And then we're going to click on add workflow action. So we're going to do a new field update. And the name of this field update is going to be populate first call scheduled. And then it's already selected the object for us, since workflow rules are specific to one object at a time. So we're going to grab the field that we are dealing with, which is first call scheduled date. And then in this instance, we're actually going to use a formula to set the value, and we're going to leave the reevaluate workflow field blank. So using formula, and we'll click on show formula editor. So the formula for a date field is just going to be today with a set of parentheses. And then if you configure this date field that we're populating as a date time field, then instead you would just use now instead of today. So again, today is specific to date field, now is specific to date time field. Just a good thing to note there. So we're going to leave it as today and then hit save and come back to this sort of overview page. Then we're going to hit done. And once we're on this view here, then we'll hit activate. So now that particular rule is active, I'm going to go grab my demo lead. And let it load for a moment here. So let's see when Mr. SpongeBob has his first call scheduled. So we're going to look at details. And I'm going to scroll down a ways because this is a demo environment and I haven't done a good job of housekeeping here. There we go. I'm going to grab our first call scheduled field. So we're going to edit that checkbox. And I'm going to turn off this banner. and then I'm just going to hit save, and you'll notice that the date has automatically populated. Ta-da! So nothing too crazy there, but really beneficial as far as preserving data integrity, making sure that you have all the reporting needs that you have, that you are, make sense for your business case. So yeah, that's how to automate a checkbox and date field automation. All right, folks, that was how you can use a workflow rule and workflow field update to automate a checkbox and date field pair. So really a beneficial sort of automation rule to put in place just to streamline your reporting, make sure that your teams don't have to, do as many extra clicks as they maybe have to today. So if there's ever a field where you need a checkbox and a date to talk to each other, that's going to be one of the ways that you can go about it within Salesforce. As always, let us know if you need anything, and I will see you next time.